There's something cathartic and refreshing about being thankful. There's nothing required of you just to express that somebody else has poured into your existence in a meaningful way. As I think back over the joy that Recross the Paths has brought me, I think mostly of the people that I've gotten to connect with, that I've gotten to spend time with, and I've gotten to celebrate. I'm so grateful to the folks who've taken the time to share some of their own thoughts here about what they've been encouraged by, and it is so immensely heartwarming for me to hear what is uplifting to others, and I hope it is for you as well. How to summarize the things that I'm grateful for this year. Certainly, my friend Bones has poured so much into my experience designing and playing and just experiencing all things Cube and beyond. I'm grateful for his friendship, certainly. I'm grateful to the folks who have been kind enough to take the time to be part of Recross the Paths and building out this library of conversations and hopefully encouragements for others. And I'm grateful to all the folks who've taken the time to reach out and offer encouragement in various ways. Just a small, nice word goes a long way. I'm also grateful to my wife for being so patient with this process and putting up with a lot of weird hours and late nights as I take care of this strange project. To that end, Recross the Paths will be taking a brief break over the month of December and will return in full force in January. But just being wise with time seems valuable. Wherever you are on this Thanksgiving Day or whenever you happen to listen to this, I'm grateful that you have welcomed me into your home. It's a treat to share each of these conversations with you, and I'm looking forward to more as time allows. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and may these words that others have shared brighten your day as much as they have mine.
Hello, kid. Leland from Wild Dogs here to chime in with what I'm grateful for this year, in terms of Cube at least. 2025 has been an exceptionally stressful year for a wide variety of reasons for me, and one of the few things that kept me grounded and kept me going was in my Cube design efforts, particularly for the Anhava Inn, which we had a chance to chat about here on the show not too long ago. It's funny, I have always found that natural sense of comfort and escape that one inherently finds in their hobbies, but there's something extra special about Cube design and more generally, curating lists of magic cards. Over the last few years, I constantly find motivation and inspiration from Magic design, whether that be in funky old legacy or pre-modern deck lists, or amongst the many cubes I've explored on Cube Cobra. Long story short, this year, I'm simply grateful for Cube's ability to keep the gears turning and inspiration flowing, even through times of great change or difficulty. It's funny how a seemingly unassuming card, for me at least, recently, Flagstones of Tracair, can lead one down a rabbit hole and onto yet another Cube-related adventure. Also, thanks again, Cade, for everything you do here at Recross the Paths. Happy Thanksgiving.
Hello, this is my submission for the Cube Gratitude Project. First off, I think this is a great idea, and I really appreciate it. In the last year, I've had a really tough time, as I'm sure a lot of people have. I've gone through some pretty big changes and lost a lot of the community that I had for years and years and years growing up. In that time, I've made a lot of friends from playing Magic, both in years past, and then made those friendships deeper in this last year. I've had a lot of wonderful conversations about, what is the meaning of life? How do we find meaning in our careers? How can we face the rising tide of authoritarianism in the United States? And over again, all of these things have been discussed and worried about, and I've been comforted by the fact that I've made these friendships in this community and made real life community out of this. Not just people I talk about cards with on the internet, but people I have seen get married and have children and helped move into their houses and all of these things. I know, in addition to myself, several of the people in my community have gone through some pretty difficult times with dramatic, grief-stricken things. And having other people and a shared activity that we can discuss and focus on that is not the traumas of our past or present has been super wonderful to help keep everybody grounded and moving forward and happy in these dark times. So I'm very grateful for everyone that's helped me out over the last year or so and helped me find other new communities, whether that's religion or politics. Of both of them, I have found new communities with, and so I really thank all of my friends in the Cube community for that. That's what I'm grateful for this year.
I'm grateful for the people I play with. Over the past 15 years, I've had the joy of building an incredibly welcoming Cube playgroup around Baltimore. It's funny, because in the past few months, I also learned that two lovely guys from Lucky Paper had been doing the same thing about 15 minutes away from my house. Community means a lot to me, and thanks to the encouragement of both groups, I'm paying it forward and hosting a charity Cube event in January to raise money for our local food bank. I'm grateful to all the people who are helping make that happen, and all the people that keep me coming back to this hobby.
Hey everyone, this is Ian Braverman from Cube Reviews. What I'm most thankful for in the Cube community, cliche as it may sound, is the community itself. From all the amazing guests I've had on the show, to the incredible folks I've met at Cube events, to the players in my local group, I've made so many genuine friendships through Cube, and it's absolutely been one of the best parts of my year so far. Thank you.
Hello, it's Bones. I've been judging at large Magic events for 10 years, and while judging my first Cube event in 2022, I thought, wow, I wish this was the only kind of Magic I judged. Well, fast forward 3 years, and in 2025, I have traveled 6 times to judge a large Cube event. I literally don't have time in this recording to name all the friends I've made in this community. But in short, I'm so grateful to every Cube organizer who has hired me, to Gwen for the software behind the events and the hobby as a whole, and to the players for making it all possible. This community is the best I have found in any hobby, and I feel so lucky to be a part of it. I hope to see you soon.
Hi everyone, this is Robbie, also known as YOLO Swagboy in online spaces. I just want to say how grateful and encouraged I am by the growth of our local Cube community over the last year. There were a lot of weeks where there would be 3, maybe 4 people coming to draft, and now we are regularly firing 2 full pods each week. More than just that, it's been great to see this community grow and be able to maintain an ethos of keeping things punk and being accepting, trying new things. I've gotten to see my friends grow as leaders, and it's been an incredible thing to see. I couldn't be more stoked to be along for the ride and get to be a part of this amazing community that we've built. If you're ever in the greater Boise metro area, please come check us out Tuesdays, 6 p.m. at ABU. We'd love to have you.
Hey, this is Lame Sauce. To put it simply, what I'm most thankful for is you. Everyone in the Cube community, from occasional online drafter to content creator, it's thanks to you that I've taken on several new creative endeavors. I found inspiration from many of you to think outside the box with my cubes. You've encouraged me to paint and draw for the first time in decades, and to feel good about showing it off. And you've given me the confidence I need to start my own podcast. Side note, please check us out. We're the Taylor Made Podcast, and we have less than 30 downloads right now, and it's very sad. I've had such an amazing year in Cube and in life in general, and it could only have been so great thanks to an amazing and welcoming Cube community.
My name is Dan Schneider, and this year in Cube, I am thankful for Scott Mertz, the creator of the Upkeep New York community in Brooklyn and the twice annual Cube for a Cause event. Scott started Upkeep to create a space for people to have regular access to Cube and a strong community, and he has knocked it out of the park. In the 2 years that Upkeep has been running, we've grown from maybe filling an 8-person pod to consistently running 2 pods every week, once even maxing out our store location with 3 pods. Our Discord community has over 250 people in it, and I've seen Scott partner with folks across New York to grow the diversity of our playgroup and bring in Magic players from a variety of underrepresented communities. I just have moments almost every week or so now where I see some amazing interaction, joke, or Cube idea pop into our Discord, and I think to myself, how lucky am I that this is the local Cube community that I get to be a part of? And then I silently thank Scott for enabling that for so many of us in the New York area.
First and foremost, I would like to thank our most gracious Dutch Cube Night hosts. Organizing is hard, and you all have done a wonderful job of creating a welcome environment for all. One of you, who I will keep anonymous, but you know who you are, deserve additional credit for essentially building our Cube scene from the ground up. Secondly, I would like to thank each and every single person who created any kind of cube content this year. Putting part of yourself out there on the internet is never easy. No matter what kind of content you created, a zine, a podcast, draft write-ups, opinion pieces, know that your efforts are sincerely appreciated. If only I had the time to thank you all individually. I do want to thank you in particular for the podcast you recorded with me on the Prismatic Desert. It is a genuinely treasured memory to me. We had a wonderful chat on and off the record. You did such an excellent job in preparation and editing, such that the crux of our conversation truly shone through. It was a genuine dream come true in the best possible way. Thank you all.